Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
Check this out. So, this South Carolina man was arrested after being on the run for 17 years. Listen, he hid his true identity from his wife and his mother fornicating kids. Check it out. Let go. South Carolina man arrested after being on the run for 17 years. Let's see what they talking about.
17 years, 700 miles away, an alias and a new family later. U.S. Marshals finally catch Antron Hall, settled into a new life here in Detroit.
During the
that man done started a whole new life. Real talk. Check him out.
17 years, 700 miles away, an alias and a new family later.
He loved him 17 years later and 700 miles. What they say, 17,000, 1,700 shit. I really want
to and a new family later.
Anyway,
U.S. Marshals
thought they were gonna save his ass.
Finally catch Antron Hall, settled into a new life here in Detroit.
During the arrest, his son and his wife were there, and we asked him, on the side, hey, does your family know your true identity? And he actually expressed to us that they didn't.
He had to come clean. Just imagine that heartache for his family.
Maybe if he would have just fessed up to this 17 years ago, he'd be out by now and have nothing to worry about.
Man, ain't that no bitch? That nigga would have been out by now. Nigga, what? What did he do?
Have to lie to his family for so long.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Gregory Yan, who worked this case, says it all started in Anderson County in South Carolina back in 2006. Hall was charged with trafficking cocaine and running from police.
Okay, and got away like a motherfucker.
And bounced out of that trial about halfway through it. So they proceeded on with the trial without him. And he was in the wind.
He became one of the county's top 10 most wanted fugitives down in South Carolina until this week, tracked by U.S. Marshals to his home near 7 Mile and Lasser on Detroit's west side. A fingerprint match that stemmed from a traffic infraction in Detroit led Marshals to him. He'd been using the alias Lehune Walton, a mashup of some family.
A mashup? Lehu, boy? That boy said he came up with a name, didn't he? Shit.
To him. He'd been using the alias Lehune Walton, a
Lehune. Boy.
Mashup of some family names.
He almost seemed relieved when we caught him. He was telling us that it was a stressful life for him, looking over his shoulder all the time and not knowing what was going to be happening next.
Imagine that. I did a reaction video of a dude who got caught. Oh my God. Oh, I forgot the exact details, man. It's been some months ago, man, but it's a wild story. But anyway, he got caught for murder. Years later, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they mistaken his identity and somebody else had been locked up because they had the exact same name or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. And then, of course, he had a whole different identity and everything. They caught him in a traffic stop or whatever. And yeah, crazy, man, crazy.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Yan says, let this all be a lesson that no matter how much time has passed, the Marshals, they're on it, even almost 2 decades later.
He's going to be transported back down to Anderson County, South Carolina, and put in front of the judge down there.
Go through this all over again.
Yes, ma'am.
Reporting on Detroit's west side, Jessica Dupnack.
Is they going to give him more time for doing all that? You feel me? Because, talking about he got to do it all over again. It's going to be that times 10. Man. How do they spell this name? How do they spell this alias, man? Lehune. That boy came up with a name on their ass. Lehune. Antron Hall was originally found guilty on cocaine. Where they ain't put the. They ain't even want to spell this shit. They ain't even want to try to spell this shit. It's crazy, man. That man was gone for 17 years, man. Whoo, he talking about relief. Talking about he was almost looking relief. Hell no, nigga, that ain't no relief. Shit. That ain't no goddamn relief. I still don't want to be locked up. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man?
If you ain't fucking with my nigga Sheldon, nigga, fuck you. Yeah.